Happy full moon for the month of March, Aries. This is Kapualani, and I've got your girl in a moon Virgo full moon reading. So first up, what do you need to hear from the universe? Okay. We've got a couple of things going on here. What do you need to hear from the universe? 6 of Wands. Okay, so I'm hearing rise above, Aries. Keep going. This is a time for you to focus on achieving the successes, the visions and the dreams that you have been, and this actually fell out off camera, sorry. Time for you to focus on the visions, the dreams, the goals that I don't know why, but I'm hearing that you were always sort of inspired and driven to meet. It's like as though I see you hitting some type of a finish line, and you are being supported, you are being guided to the finish line. And so what will this full moon bring into your awareness? Now we've got the Fool here and the Daughter of Pentacles, which really interestingly enough, they both have these childlike energies. With the Fool, the new beginnings. With the Fool comes taking risks, but opening up to new cycles, opening up to new experiences, and allowing yourself to surrender to your innocence, to surrender to that lamb, version of the ram, because I think of that for you, Aries. But shifting to the playfulness, shifting to the lightness, the lightheartedness. And with this Daughter of Pentacles, what's being also brought into your awareness, the new, not just necessarily new beginnings. Interestingly, I don't really focus on stability with the Pentacles, but there's something that's giving me a feeling of a firm foundation, like with this Pentacle, the feeling of a firm foundation, but without pressure, without stress. It's a space to explore, again, what you have always sort of been driving toward, the goals. I feel like there's a specific end goal that you've been really working toward, Aries. And again, in this energy, what the full moon's bringing to your awareness is you are reaching an end goal. You are reaching an end zone marking. And as you know, with endings come beginnings. And so and this isn't even an ending, this is a race, like to the finish line, but this is just one race out of like a number. If you were at the Olympics or something, there's a number of different like races and trials or games that you go through, and events that you go through. And there's something here that's saying that as you're sort of cycling out of certain growth patterns, that's where the new beginnings and the opportunities are arising for you to really look at that cross line. It's like a checklist that I see. It's like, okay, we've got one done. Awesome. We did really great with that. What's next? And oh, look, this is a new experience. I'm thinking of the butterfly and how, we don't know when it emerged from the cocoon, if it was a recent. I mean, obviously butterflies have been through a little bit of a journey and some challenges to be in that space of rising above and pushing through. But again, this is giving you an opportunity and a space to focus on taking it easy, focus on fun, focus on checking out what all is available, the new technologies, the new systems, the new tools and resources that are becoming available to you that maybe you don't have full on experience with because maybe they're brand new, Okay, so what will you need to revisit? 10 of Swords. What is driving you bonkers right now, Aries? What's really just sort of giving you a tough time, and it's just your mind is just restless and blah, 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 a million miles an hour? Take a breath, okay? This 10 of Swords is saying to take a breath, to take a beat. Use this as time to really clear out any of the lingering kind of creepy crawly scary thoughts or anxiousness. Really, it's really just about anxiousness. It may not even be thoughts. I feel this is something that's hitting your nervous system actually. And so that's where, when you have things that feel in the air, things that, again, it's like all this newness, it can be a little bit destabilizing sometimes to our system. So just be mindful of that in terms of what you need to revisit. Just breathing and understanding that there's the cycles. Remember, we're not fully at the finish line yet. We haven't fully crossed that finish line. And so don't give up. Keep pushing through. You're almost there. We're clearing out of these cycles, okay? Let's get you some advice for a smooth full moon. Oh, it was very apparent. Got some advice here. 3 cards. Ace of Pentacles, Father of Swords, High Priestess. Okay, focus from the inside out. Everything that you're doing right now with these new beginnings, you have this new seed of opportunity, of potential, but you're not coming into it completely brand new, okay? You have some life experiences that you've been through to give you clarity, to give you direction. And so with this Ace of Pentacles, the Father of Swords, keep that vision clear, okay? You know yourself. Feel confident in how far you've come, what you've gained in terms of knowledge and wisdom, and that way you can anchor it in. And remember what I was saying with that mind, the mental energy, there's a lot of this sort of mental distortion or unknown that has likely the reason that there's a little bit of these jittery feelings. And again, it may not even manifest as specific thoughts or situations. It's just in your body. It's just in the body, because I'm thinking of these swords in the back and the eyes, and it's really the body, you know, even though it's a mental energy, this is swords with the air, gripping the handlebar. We got to get a grip. Get a grip by focusing on the heart, clearing out any and all distractions, distortions, and saying, you know what, I'm in control. I know what I am doing. I am also grounded, and I know that if I just focus my efforts from the inside out, I don't get distracted by anything or anyone around me, that's where I know, okay, I'm going to keep my cool, I'm going to keep my zen and my focus, but know that I am armed and ready and willing when the time strikes, when that opportunity arises, when I cross that finish line and I check off that point. That's right, I'm going to sit pretty knowing that the power is within my hands and that it all comes from inside of me. So ultimately, let's see what type of vacation up. This one kind of just, okay. Look at that, Mother of Swords, 8 of Swords. Yeah, this is about mental clarity, babe. This is all about you gaining control over the mental energy and the stress, everything that you have been putting into your dreams, your hopes, your goals, your work, your passions, your life. And remember what I said about this butterfly? We don't know when it emerges. Interestingly, the breakdown time for you is to cocoon. So go within, like, mind your thoughts. You've got this opportunity to rise above and see the bigger picture in a whole new way, okay? To see how you're not, you know, it's not, and you know, we may be victimized, but it's about ascending and arising, owning and reclaiming your power, because you're, you know, you are stepping out of those shadowy aspects and aligning yourself with what you need to be doing. And so again, with the advice is just surrender to the process, breathe, as I said, let your any kind of incessant thoughts chill out, and check out your moon and rising signs for more info, more insights. Connect with us, girlonhermoon.com. Stay in touch. We are here for you. Have a blessed full moon, and thanks so much. Hi Taurus, happy full moon for the month of March. This is Kapualani with your girl and her moon. Full moon reading here. Virgo full moon. I'm feeling that one. So first up, Taurus, what you need to hear from the universe. 10 of Wands. Okay, so you might be feeling a little bit blocked, burdened, exhausted, run down, tired. This is possibly manifesting through your body and physical experiences. There could also be a little bit of overwhelm in the household, in the home, or just anywhere, you know, in terms of carrying burdens where others' energies could potentially be concerned is what I'm picking up on right now, big time for you, Taurus. And so it's a reminder, you know, when we see the 10 of Wands, it's a reminder with tens that the cycles are coming to a close. We've got endings and beginnings, but before we hit the new beginnings, you know, we've got to really fully and authentically complete those endings. We want to complete those endings. That way we don't have any lingering stuff hanging around, you know? And for some reason, I'm also getting like, I don't know, I just feel this energy of smokiness or whatnot. So I feel like get out and get some fresh air. Yeah, like the air is not circulating. You need to circulate the air. You need to circulate your energy. Get fresh air. Step out of the house, especially if you've been cooped up for a while, as a message, because this is what this full moon is bringing into your awareness, what's coming up next. And so think about the current transitions that are moving and flowing through your life right now. If and where communications might be blocked or challenged, and I'm just picking this up, this is a time for you to, I don't know why, but I'm hearing like restore your faith in yourself and the overall like flow of things, Taurus. Like you're gonna start, like this full moon, you may see where your communications with others and, you know, the others that maybe you're carrying, you know, there's burdens that you're carrying and all of these like hardship and whatnot. Don't leave yourself behind. Like I feel like you're not, you know, maybe it's because like for so many of us, we were not raised to know how to healthfully express ourselves and to share and communicate openly. But I feel like for you, if you're feeling stuck at all, please don't feel like you're being left behind. You are not being left behind. And this is an encouragement for you to, you know, reclaim your voice, reclaim your power in that regard and your position in your life. Like do not carry the burdens on your own. And even if it might be difficult for you to express or share or speak up, this is a time for you to crack through that. Like the universe is coming through to support you in that process, to help you crack open into your healing so that you can ascend to those next levels for yourself. And so what you may need to revisit, be kind to yourself. Sorry for the wobbles, Taurus, but please be kind. You may not be seeing yourself and the circumstances in all of its clarity. I really feel this energy of stuckness. I feel this energy of stress. Potentially the fears are being really probed, like those shadowy aspects are being probed. And Spirit is saying to step back, you know, step back and breathe. I just feel, I'm hearing it. You are not being left behind, Taurus. You're not being left behind. This is a moment that is definitely challenging, and it's not like, oh, you're being called to rise above. No, it's not about you being called to rise above. It's about you listening to the thoughts and the voices that you are combating in your own mind. You know, there may be some things that are going on inside of you because you are sensitive. You may be picking up on a lot of the stresses and around you with your loved ones and taking it into yourself, and you don't have to do that. You're not supposed to do that, okay? The people that you love don't want you to do that, Taurus. So please, like, give yourself a break, get some fresh air, get yourself in a space of support and just re-inspire. Even if your space of support is just being out with nature or reading your favorite book, that's just going to help you to clear out any of the like distortion, confusion, stress, hardship, doubt, whatever, like stuckness. Advice for a smooth full moon. Okay, so Daughter of Swords, again, the mental energy here, there's some overwhelm and potential anxiety, but you're wise, okay, Taurus, like follow the signs. You may be seeing and or experiencing a lot of overstimulus right now is part of what I'm picking up. Try not to do everything all at once and don't feel that you need to. You are supported, and I feel like you're just in such this kind of fragile, vulnerable state right now, and it's hard to, like, when you haven't been raised, when you haven't been encouraged, and you haven't known firsthand from parents or whatnot healthy communication or healthy ways of self-expression. It can be hard because we contain it. I feel like you are containing. I feel like you keep it all inside, Taurus. And right now, with all of these things that may feel like they're kind of coming at you, like it's coming at you, it's like, what do I do? Where do I go? let go of the need to understand anything right now and just remove yourself. Step back from things that might be a little bit overstimulating, or just, you know, personalities and energies that you just don't understand. If there's people that are freaking out, it's not about you, okay? And I feel like you may know that it's not about you, but you're so sensitive that there's that part of you that just can't help but feel it, and you're just like, I don't know what to do, you know? So what sort of downtime, what sort of vacation is your soul craving? Yeah, the 9 of Cups. I'm glad we're seeing some water here. So okay, you're really in it, Taurus. Like, you're really in it with the day-to-day, doing your work, trying to push through and get things done. The 9 of Cups is saying slow down and reflect upon the experiences, the people, the things in your life that bring you true fulfillment, that really replenish you at the end of the day, that restore you, that help you to feel like, wow, when my cup is just run dry and empty, these people, these experiences, even if it's a certain like favorite food, not as an overindulgent, but something that you're just like, oh, like this just brings, like this little piece of cake just brings me so much true joy and happiness, because it's like all I have is just this one piece and it's just enough. It's just the right amount to make me happy. It's about focusing on those. It's not like, oh, little things, you know, just to get you by, but it's really, you have earned this space of inner retreat and solitude. 9 is about that review and reflection and how far you've come, and how much you've accomplished and attained. And this may be a time for you to realize that maybe there are some things that are kind of crowding up your space, and maybe they aren't resonating with you anymore. Maybe you're ready to switch out some old habits or some old thing, you know, just things that used to connect, that used to align, that used to resonate. Maybe it has run its course. And so it's kind of difficult, you know, in making the shifts when you don't, it doesn't come with exact instructions, but you got this, Taurus. So please check out your moon and rising signs for added insight, added guidance. Visit with us, girllearnermoon.com. We are here for you. And have a blessed and bright full moon. And thanks so much for being here. Gemini, what is up? This is Kapualani. I've got your girl and her moon, Virgo full moon reading here for the month of March, and we already got a message coming through. So what you need to hear from the universe, Gemini, 7 of Wands, stand your ground. Stand your ground, Gemini. There's a lot of distractions. There may even be a lot of clashing personalities or voices that are trying to distract you from getting what you want, from getting to your goal, from pushing through to your destiny. I mean, forgive me, I know it may sound a little bit silly. I'm just the messenger, but that's what I am hearing. Stick to your beliefs, stick to your faith, stick to your light and what you know to be true in your spirit and your soul. Right now, you may just feel like you're just this lone wolf or this lone individual with that staff, that, you know, that light that you're trying to get through in these dark caves, and you don't know what's around you, and you don't know what these people's true intentions are, whatever the case. Even if they do mean well, it certainly might not feel that way, okay? And so this is saying to hold tight to your light, your truth, your soul. And it's not in a sense of anger, because I'm sure you're probably feeling very drained, Gemini, but it's saying to stay focused and to keep that light within for now. This is a time for you to really focus on your individuality, your individual soul truth, and not to get distracted or dismayed by outside opinions and voices. Big time, okay? That's like very, very clear right now in the message, because you are a bright light and you do have a specific truth, story, expression to share. You have something that you really believe in, that you're fighting for, and there's others around you who may not understand, or maybe they got their own thing going on, they've got their own agenda, they've got their own like thoughts, whatever's opinions, and it's like they just don't like the direction that you're going in for whatever reason. And it's like, it's totally antithetical to their truth. And that's kind of their problem. I mean, sorry, I'm just hearing it. Please forgive me. But okay, that being said, what's being brought into your awareness, Gemini? Daughter of Pentacles. Okay. So be light, be gentle. You know how to do that. You know how to be aggressive internally sticking to your guns and knowing your goal, while also coming across as soft and not being like brah, you know, even though inside of you you can have that drive, that warrior sort of, I'm gonna like push to the top no matter what, I'm not gonna give up. But it's about how you present yourself, right? So and how you approach the energy and in an action sort of way. And so what's being brought into your awareness is soften, and it's to within, okay? And maybe even where it might be necessary actually outwardly, because it's, you know how to, again, it's kind of like internally you might be like, all right, but I know that these people may not have my best interests at heart, and I totally get it, even though they love me, blah 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 blah, they've got their own stuff going on. How you present yourself, this is how you're being guided to present. You don't present with the fire, you present with the fawn. Okay, present with the fawn, in order to get what you want. And it's not about being manipulative, it's about understanding the personalities, the energies, and the circumstances that you are dealing with directly. And you know how it goes, like sometimes you can't, it's like no sense meeting fire with fire, right? There's no sense meeting fire with fire, because it just will ignite them. It will ignite their wants, and they're just gonna psh. So you ground it, be soft, be gentle. Don't reveal your steps, your plans, because quite frankly, you don't even know your steps and plans right now is what I'm hearing. And that's not a bad thing. It's just what's happening. It's just what's happening. So what will you need to revisit this full moon? Okay. I'm just going for the top. Yeah. The full. So what you're going to need, lightness. Like I said, you know how to do this, Gemini. You know how to just sort of shift back to that childlike demeanor of being lighthearted, being silly. And even though you might be entering into these new experiences, okay, because this I feel is like a student card as well, like a student energy, whatever it is that you're tactilely dealing with. It's something that may be a slightly, probably new experience. It might even be a new person that you're interested in and you're just wanting to connect with, but maybe there's people around you who are just like, nah, you should stay away, you shouldn't do that, don't connect with them, you don't know what they're all about. Like, let's just say that you're around conventional people, for example, people that might be a little bit more fearful of spiritual work, and you're like, no, I really need to do this. I really feel guided to do this for myself, to take these steps, to work with this mentor, this person, to get this reading, whatever. And maybe people just don't understand it. So that's why they're saying just be soft. You have to just keep it to yourself, make it fun, make it playful, make it silly, make it seem like it's not a big deal. Don't put your passion on the line here, okay? Don't put your truth on the line here. This isn't the time and space for it. And I think you really get that. And it's not about deceiving anybody. It's just about divine time and order and protecting yourself, protecting your joy, protecting your heart, protecting your dreams and your goals. And it's nobody's fault, okay? We've got some cards that flew out here. So advice for a smooth full moon, retreat, walk away, walk away, walk away, walk away, walk away. Walk away from what's not resonating. Walk away from, remember, it's like when things just, I don't know if I said it here, but it's like when things have just run its course and there's nothing else to be done. I didn't put it this way, but this is a time to, like I said, those voices, pay no attention. Walk away, follow your heart. You have a calling. You have a calling. You have a calling, Gemini, and you are being guided so deeply and spiritually guided through your soul, through just this child. Like, you got to just don't plan, don't think, don't try to manipulate or maneuver anything. Just follow your instincts as your soul, as that inner spirit, your inner child, your higher self guides you, okay? Because you are being guided. And right now it's like, I'm just hearing it like self-protection, self-preservation in terms of just your innocence, your inner child, that softness of you, because people see your fiery nature. They can see how you can just, because you're air and anything, if it's set, that fire, that spark, you can do what you want. You can put your air energy into it, or you can remove it, and I feel like people really don't understand that about you, like, fully. And that's where you are being guided to just go within and trust yourself and allow for all the other noise, whatever distraction, to clear. Okay. So what sort of breakdown time is you're so craving? 8 of Wands. Yeah, you need restoration. You need to be surrounded by people, energies, and experiences that are fully aligning with your soul. Trust your gut. Allow things to unfold. This full moon could potentially be very powerful for you. This cycle from the full moon to the new moon that I'm hearing could be very potentially powerful for you, and you might feel some serious activations and clarity coming through, like what you didn't know what to do before, what actions to take, you're gonna know. Okay, so that's interesting because the break that you're being called is, again, surround yourself by energies, people, places, experiences that align with you. And you know, it's not necessarily about having to take any big drastic moves or make any changes right now, but it's about watching and your surroundings and being aware that maybe not everything is as it seems. So you really have to trust your instincts right now. Okay, Gemini. So check out your moon and rising signs. Visit withthesgirlonhermoon.com to schedule your own session, and you know, stay tuned for more always, and take care. Thanks so much. Cancer, what is up? This is Kapualani. I'm here with your girl and her moon. Virgo full moon reading for the month of March. Wow. Okay, so first up, Cancer, what you need to hear from the universe this full moon. Wow, look at that. Okay, sun's coming out, but you may not be ready yet to fully expand. Don't worry, breathe. Don't be afraid to peak is what I'm hearing. Occasionally, even if you peak, Spirit's actually telling me you're not going to be able to see the plans that are ahead for you anyway. It's all going to be okay. I feel like you're in this kind of cocoon state, and you know, there's a lot of external developments, and so I see you, Cancer, right now just going inward and staying in your shell. And it's kind of like that might be the best place to stay right now, because the sun is kind of hot and bright and shining, and it might be a little bit intense in a lot of ways that are overwhelming, and that may not confuse you, but it might, the whole picture may not be fully clear yet. Your own transformations are not clear yet. However, the coast is clear. Okay, Cancer, the coast is clear. The sun is on you. You can rest easy in whatever mode you are in. If you're withdrawn, if you feel like, oh, I don't know, I don't feel inspired, I'm kind of blah, blah, blah. Whatever the case may be, you don't have to judge it. You are in the sun, okay? The sun is on you right now, so it's good. Okay, let's see what's being brought into your awareness. Okay. So with this there, because this one flipped over, and you have, of course, the Wheel of Fortune. So you've got some expansive energies that are at hand here, that are at work, Cancer. This Wheel of Fortune is calling you to take a step back and to allow. Remember what I said with the surrender? You can continue to surrender. You are on track. I just really have to say this, Cancer. This is not a time for you to have to push, pull, do anything. You just mind the signs. You mind the patterns. You have a pretty clear awareness that a lot of the stuff that you're witnessing, that you're feeling, it's not about you. You have an awareness that there's a much bigger sort of deal that's going on right now. And so your wisdom is really pulling through. And so mentally, that's why protect your mind. Continue to stay in that mental shell. It's like wearing a mental helmet, you know what I mean? And it's positive because it blocks out all of the collective distortion that could really make you cray-cray. Like, you know, because this is the time, and sorry for the wobbles, but it's like this is that time for it. And we, you know, you are, okay, you are in a position to really just receive, is what I'm getting. You're in a position to receive right now. Again, the universe is doing some heavy lifting on your part because you've already done a lot of the footwork. You've done a lot of it. So what you may need to revisit this full moon, 3 of Cups. Okay, I just have to say this because I'm hearing gossip. Stop talking crap. If you are, stop. You need to stop. It's not going to help. It's not going to help. You need to keep things to yourself. And if you aren't talking crap, but you're hearing it, that's where it's like, just remove yourself. Just remove yourself. You don't need to stay around drama or gossip You don't need to indulge others. You can be polite. You don't have to be, you know, crass or anything like that. And just be like, hey, you know what? Like, that's so cool, but you know, I'm kind of like I'm just gonna kind of go and do my own thing, or whatever you want, whatever you need. And on the flip side, mind your surroundings. Who are you surrounded by? What kind of conversations, what kind of energies, what kind of feelings do your sort of close BFFs draw out of you right now? And just take notice of that, because it's really going to shine a light on just supporting you in terms of guidance, and you steering clear, like I said, of a lot of this kind of collective stuff that might be going on that could drive you cuckoo. Advice for a smooth full moon. Okay, wow, the Sun of Pentacles and Magician. Yep, the power is in your hands. It's like I told you, the sun is on you. I just feel like, you know, I almost want to say almost, Cancer, that you can almost do no wrong. So that's where it's like, just catch yourself, because I feel like you've really actually been doing a lot of really hard core soul work in terms of not getting sucked into those kinds of gossipy things. Like, I totally, you know, we can't blame anybody. It's just part of life, blah, blah, blah. But this is saying, stick to what is meaningful to you. You've got things that you're working on right now. You've got a life that you're trying to build for yourself, and it's still underway. The power is in your hands, and you have total control over your reality, Cancer, but it's about applying yourself and seeing the long-term vision, and, you know, really committing yourself to that long-term vision, and taking your time and knowing that, you know, there are miraculous things that can happen. But for now, I'm just going to do what I can and focus on right here, right now, the actionable, aligned steps that I can take in the here and now to get me to where I want to eventually be, because you are heading there. You're already underway. You're already, again, the sun is on you. You've already overcome some major challenges and obstacles, so you kind of have a little bit of a head start, because karmically speaking, Cancer, I feel like you've really been through it, you know. So this is like, you've done your work, and it's not like there isn't more work, obviously. But with that said, let's see what type of vacation your soul is craving. Oh my gosh, Father of Pentacles, you're ready to just step into your power. You're ready to take ownership of the life that you have been building. You're ready to take it by the reins and to feel the success, to acknowledge, to see the success. You're like, I'm tired of being on the journey. I've been on the road. I'm ready for the castle. I am ready to sit on my throne. And so for that energy of a break, of a downtime, it's you taking a look and observing all of your accomplishments, the really big picture of it all. And it's not just obviously the financial and like house and home, but it's just, I feel like this has a lot to do with your career, actually, and the connections in your life and how you have been weaving things and putting things together. So enjoy your success, enjoy the position that you are like rapidly stepping into, and visit with your moon and rising signs, Cancer, for more insights. And check us out, girllearnermoon.com, to schedule a session of your very own, and have a blessed full moon. Happy full moon, Leo, for the month of March. This is Kapualani. I've got your girl and her moon, Virgo, full moon reading here. So let's see what's coming up, Leo. See what you need to hear. Oh, from the universe. Okay, so there's some messages coming out. There's some messages. You're pretty, oh, Leo, I got you, babe. Feeling pretty beat up. Feeling pretty worn down. Feeling really tired. And you know that there's still this goal, there's still this dream that you want. But right now it's like, oh, just this feeling of being drained and needing to take things slow down and recover. Take your time to recalibrate, take your time to clear. I feel like with these energies, you know, mind the food that you're eating. You know, you might not be, I mean, this is a space for nutrition that I'm feeling, for you to pay attention in that regard, because that, you know, food and what we eat and paying attention to all like the different stimuli and whatnot, it does affect our moods, and it affects how we project our energy and whatnot. And so this is a space to where I'm getting a lot of stagnant energies are being cleared. You are in a space where anything, you've come from a lot of very grueling work. You've been through some grueling cycles, Leo. I can feel it. I see it. I acknowledge that. This is a time to clear your energy field. All of that dark, shadowy stuff, people, places, experiences, habits, whatnot, you're cycling out of it. You've learned your lessons. You had to go through a lot of certain toxic behaviors, connections, and whatnot, just to bring you back to center, to bring you back to focus, to bring you back to you. Because you are such a love, you are such a heart, you're such a giver, you are so loyal. And then now it's like your cup hath runneth dry. It's like, but guess what? You actually do have a lot of people that are there to support you. Just as I was saying it, you do have a lot of profound support, and all of this, however deep or like ongoing, whatnot, the suffering and the struggle and the hardship and just the exhaustion and the distortion and not knowing and not being clear and the overwhelm, it has all been divinely guided. And you get this, this, it's not a punishment. It's not just like, oh, well, it's just all divinely guided, so blah, blah. No. There is something significant. There is a significant reason for this, okay, Leo? So let's see what the full moon's bringing into your awareness. The Empress, the Empress, the Empress, the Empress. You are the Empress. You are the Empress, and it's not about gender. The Empress embodies abundance, embodies prosperity, embodies the ability to co-create and manifest at will. The Empress needs nothing and no one to co-create and manifest dreams and realities that come through the Empress. In fact, the Empress is so loaded with creative potential and ability that she inspires others simply by being. You inspire others. And sorry, I went a little bit off there. You inspire others, Leo. You inspire others. And so you've got to, I really encourage you to see that part of yourself, see that Empress part of yourself fully. I'm feeling called, I just pulled a card here. What you need to revisit, your higher voice, your higher connection, your higher power. You have been doing so much deep core work, Leo, and been down in the trenches in a lot of ways that it may have really shaken you from your connection to your spirit, to your higher power, your higher voice. And so that's why they're saying, take this time, you're grounding, ground that energy with that tree, ground and connect to the earth, but remember to extend and stretch and just like the branches that when they grow, it's extending and reaching to the sun. And so with this Hierophant, there is a restoration that I feel in terms of revisiting, listening not just to your higher voice, but don't be afraid to do the work. Don't be afraid to bring the spiritual into the mundane, like this raven crow with the key and that connection. We're bridging the gap, we're bridging realities, we're bridging the spirit with the physical, okay? So let's get some advice for a smooth full moon. Wow, okay, I have to actually walk around my table because the cards flew, and I'm so sorry. Just have to step away for a second. Okay, wow, advice for keep things to yourself. Look at your habits, look at your patterns. This is a time to shift things around. It's not what you do, but how you do it. You don't have to be too sneaky about anything. And in fact, Leo, if and where you have been hiding out, or if and where you have been sort of like hiding your gifts, hiding your voice, not speaking your truth, it's not, I'm not trying to tell you like put everything on blast or anything like that, but it's saying to come up with a plan of some sort, and not like, it's more about being consistent. It's not some huge, big, elaborate plan, but it's just about revisiting your habits, revisiting areas and energies that can help you to build a space of consistency again. You want to get that, it's kind of like a well-oiled running machine. We want to get things running smoothly. So realize that not everything is as it seems. You're actually in a much better position to ground, to simplify than you may realize, or you may be giving yourself credit for. Stop overcomplicating things is the big message that I'm getting. Don't overcomplicate things. Stop thinking that there's all, even, maybe there's this way or that way, or maybe this person or that person is whatever, okay? This is saying just come to ground, get grounded, get yourself into a space to where you can feel a sense of consistency, kind of like just healthy habits for yourself again. It's going to help like in a very big way for you to build confidence in terms of what you're doing, where you're going, how you're feeling, and just knowing that like essentially you are safe, if that makes sense. It's just a message that I'm getting. So let's see what sort of vacation your soul is craving ultimately. Oop, okay. So, well, that one's sort of off there, but this one flew out. Daughter of Pentacles, yeah. Embrace the new beginnings and enter into that student mode again. We're in a space of connecting the higher realms with the 3D, the more practical, mundane aspects of things. There is a bridge aspect of things that's happening right now. There's a whole, not just a transition. I feel like the transition has happened. This is something to where with this Daughter of Pentacles, in terms of your break and your downtime, learn and integrate. Get tactile, get hands-on, play and discover. There's new tools, new systems of technology. There's new ways for you to explore the realities that are coming available to you. So play is the big thing. Learn and know that right now it's more about resting and getting grounded and focusing on your health and focusing on your habits and getting yourself into a clear headspace again, so that the reality in the future that you're wanting, because again, you don't need to, you're the Empress right now, so action wise, just allow and explore. Get yourself into that mode of, again, the learning mode and the exploring mode, okay, Leo? And visit with your moon and rising signs for added insights. Check us out, girllettermoon.com, to schedule a personal session of your own and have a blessed full moon, okay? Okay. Happy full moon, Virgo. This is Kapualani, and I've got, it's actually your moon, a Virgo full moon for the month of March, your girl and her moon, full moon reading here. So Virgo, what's up? Let's see what you need to hear from the universe. Three of Swords. So there's some challenging stuff coming up potentially right now. With this Three of Swords, mind the connection with your head and your heart. Where are things misaligning? Where are things challenging you? Where are you feeling like you're having to question yourself, your reality? And I just feel like there may be some distorted energies, misunderstandings, miscommunications, but especially where it comes to the dynamics of your inner world, Virgo, your mind and your heart are really at a big odds, and let's see what this full moon's bringing to your awareness. With that being said, mind your head and your heart, like untangle yourself, Virgo. There's some things like people and connections. I don't know if you're like, you got some kind of third party situation, or if there is, because of the 3 here, if there's things with past, present, and future in your life that you just cannot contend with, that are making you feel stuck right now. Free yourself is what I'm hearing. What will this full moon bring into your awareness? Yeah, free yourself, rise above, Virgo. Take the inspired actions you have. I don't care what antithetical stuff or people might be around you, whatever's being said, you know yourself, okay? And what's being brought into your awareness is you have got what it takes to push through. You are a champion, you are a warrior, and I don't feel like you're giving yourself that credit, especially when you don't see your own transformations, when you are not seeing your own work, or maybe you have been doing a lot of work, inner work and outer work, Virgo, and you simply have not shown it off. Maybe you've been keeping things to yourself, and this is the time for you to share your successes, share your victories. Put yourself out there where it counts, because you actually do have people that want to hear what you have to say. You have people that support you. You have people that want to see you succeed. You do, okay, Virgo? And I don't know, like, what you've been listening to, what voices you're hearing, if it's just your own, you know, a lot of it comes from childhood trauma and all that stuff, like so many of us, all of us, I feel. But again, this full moon is inspiring you to really go beyond any fears and doubts. And it's like, even in spite of our fears and doubts, those parts of us are, you know what, I'm going to do it anyway, because I know that this is a fear that I just need to overcome. And once I overcome that fear, wow, like, look at the results, you know, they could be very powerful. And so let's see what you need to revisit. Okay, so a little bit of chaos. I feel like I need to pull this bottom card for some reason. Temperance, that makes sense. I'm gonna get back to that in a minute. What you need to revisit right now, slow down. Again, this is things that where we are integrating matters of the mind and the heart, and we're trying to balance and heal all of this. So, okay, take inspired action. If you have been stuck, or where you have simply just been, I almost feel like standing in the fire, where you've been standing in the fire and standing in the fire, this is time to balance with it's like spirit and soul. You know what I mean? With the fire is that spirit energy, and the water with the soul. And this is an alchemy that's happening. You're being given this time to really alchemize the inner, the mind and the heart. And where it's like, I feel a lot going on with the throat chakra. I feel a lot going on with just all of these different chakra bodies that have to do with really expressing what's on your heart, what's in your soul. You know, so there's something really important and significant that you are working through right now, Virgo. Let's see. Advice for a smooth full moon. Father of Cups, Son of Wands, Daughter of Wands. The Daughter and the Son of Wands. Okay, so you've been getting some messages. And not only have you been getting messages, and not only have you been seeing signs, but the universe has been validating it for you. The universe has been like confirming things, you know, and it's things that you can't ignore anymore. And even though you are not yet fully confident, even though you may not have that 100%, you're not hitting the Father of Wands, we've got the Father of Cups. The Father of Cups is all about putting forth your best foot, you know, your best foot forward, your best, you know, effort. Even though inside of you, you may feel like terrified, you may feel like, gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. The Father of Cups has the bravery of heart and soul. Remember, fire, spirit, and soul. And oh my gosh, it's so powerful. Your inner child and your spirit has been so suffocated and so hurt, Virgo. You are such a feeler, you're such a love, and you've been so misunderstood in so many ways that now that you're finally starting to see some signs of life and getting some guidance, this is just about you having the confidence in your heart to really put yourself out there, to bring it into being, because we don't need more fire, more vision. We need that confidence of heart to take action and to put ourselves out there and to lead from the heart. So what sort of downtime, what certification is your soul craving? Yeah, I love it. Okay, so reunion. There's somebody from your past, some soul life connection, something like that, that it's going to be coming back around, and or that you're being inspired to explore. But you might be feeling a little bit beat up. You might be feeling a little bit unsure of yourself. But look, we've got 9 of Wands. And the 9 is about that reflection, looking back at how far you've come. You've seen enough signs. Maybe you've been doing readings. Maybe you've been doing cards. Maybe you've been trying to get spiritual advice or guidance. It's saying you've been doing enough. It's like, is it card after card after card? Like how many readings, how many confirmations, how many signs and validations, how many more do you need? You are the one that's gonna, you know what I mean? It's up to you now, and it's totally up to you. It's totally up to you. You know what I mean? But this is about a break, and this is about vacation. And so that's where it's saying, take a break. Take a break. Trust in your spirit. Trust in that inner child energy. Trust in your soul to lead you where you need to be. You don't need any more fire. You don't need, you know, the water and is what you need. You need to replenish and cleanse with the water. And I love that we got the 6 of Cups about harmony, about balance, and just that realignment with your soul connection, okay? Your soul family. Okay, I'm going to do one more card for you, Virgo, because I'm just feeling it for your heart and soul. Oh, there it goes. Spirit flew it out. Thank you, Spirit. Oops. The Chariot. Okay, you got this. You have got this, Virgo. Bring it home. Okay, bring it home. This Chariot is saying, I don't know why, but I'm feeling like even nothing is ever really perfect, but I feel like you're in this position to just make things happen. It's going to require you to stay focused. It's going to require you to maintain your balance, to trust. You've got to just trust that you've got what it takes to bring this home. You know, the 10 of Wands, the 9 of Wands, the next is the 10. Man, we're tired, we're exhausted when we have the 10. But the thing is, you're not, I feel like this may have taken the wind out of you, but you know what? It's not going to stop you. Don't let it, Virgo. Check out your rising and moon signs for extra guidance and insight. Visit with us, girlonhermoon.com. Okay, we're here for you. I am here for you. Have a blessed full moon and take care, Virgo. Thanks so much for being here. Happy full moon, Virgo full moon, Libra. This is Kapualani, and I'm here with your girl and her moon full moon reading for the month of March. So Libra, let's see what we have got for you. Your message from the universe. Okay. 5 of Pentacles. Okay, slow down, Libra. Slow down. There's no rush is really the message that I'm getting big time. You don't have to do anything or go anywhere right now. It's just about, you know, honestly, I feel there's a lot of self-care that's coming up. When we see the 5 of Pentacles, it really shines a light on physical recovery. It's not just about financial and materialistic recovery, but it's about those times in our lives where, you know, even if externally things look okay, maybe internally it's, you know, it's not exactly a match. And even though it's you know, with the Pentacles, we do connect to the material aspect. Again, I'm looking to your physical being, your physical wellness, your physical state, your physical body. And I feel like big time, this is your message to, again, slow down and listen to your body. Pay attention, like look in the mirror and really just take a look at yourself. And it's not about, oh gosh, I look so bad or anything. It's not about that, but it's about really seeing yourself. Like if you do have energy, or if you recognize, you know what, I actually do look pretty tired, I do look pretty exhausted or run down, that sort of thing. It's about allowing yourself that space to, it's like giving yourself permission to just say, you know what, right now is not the time or the place for me to try to like bust through anything. Everything is kind of going in the opposite direction around you for some reason, is what I'm picking up on. So allow for that flow to guide you. Allow for it to guide you. Okay. All right. What this moon will bring to your awareness. Okay. So we've got 5 of Cups, and technically the way that it flew out was in reverse. And so that's a good thing. We got 5 and 5. A lot of recovery. I told you slowing down. I was like going to the feeling part, you know, and I'm like, I know that this is physical and this is about, you know, in a sense, it's about focusing on the next chapter of things in a way, and not, it's focusing on the next chapter in the way that it gives you something to move toward, even if you don't feel that you've got the stamina or even the focus. Like, you know, sometimes when you're staring at a screen so long, your eyes, they just like, you can't even adjust to look at the screen. And so 5 of Cups, again, what's being brought into your awareness, you really have to, again, slow down, give yourself that space to it's not just about healing, but really connect to your emotional well-being, you know, your emotional body, connect to your feeling. There are things that you may still be grieving. There are losses in some ways. There's a disconnect in some ways. There's something that hasn't worked out the way that you had hoped, you know, or the way that you had imagined. And it's not that, and it may not even have been like, it's just something that came through and kind of just put the brakes and caused things to sort of maybe not exactly go in reverse, but you do a little bit of backstepping, and there may be some feelings of regret, there may be some feelings of loss. And so this is that cue that, it's okay to acknowledge those losses. You're so good about moving on, right? You're so good about moving on. You're so good about just staying focused on what's ahead so that it doesn't slow you down, right? So that it doesn't cause you to just give up and stop entirely. In this case, again, what's being brought into awareness is it's okay to slow down. You need to slow down. You need to take the time to reevaluate and to give that love and to give that energy back to you, because it's just, the five energy is recovery. Five energy tells you, like, the five hands on our fingers. Okay, wow, now that we've got that thumb, right, there to engage, there's a bit more strength and mastery, but we've not yet brought the whole picture together. So we've got one side of things that we're looking at, and so it's not a bad thing. It's a nice thing, because it's just saying this is just for this moment. What you might need to revisit, the Lovers, yeah, stay true and strong to those connections, those people and experiences. Like if you are in a partnership, for example, and it doesn't have to be the case, but it's about leaning on those who, I'm hearing, like, help you to feel inspired. Those people who, it's like, not to sound cheesy or silly, but that wind beneath your wings, people that can meet you where you're at, just as much as when you are in the right space, you can meet them where they're at. Somebody that will have your back. Look at those connections, and that might be part of an area that you are healing from, recovering from. If there have been any shifts, if there's been any changes, or even losses in some kind of a way, to the core, the Lovers really guide you. It's all from the inside out, right? And so what we're visiting when we see the Lovers is just recognizing your own core strength as well, recognizing where you are a whole being. And remember what I said about these five energies. I was like, that's one side of things. And then we have the Lovers, which is bringing in both sides. So remember, just as much as these energies can really bring up feelings of sadness or grief or losses, or have regrets. Okay, we've got a couple of things flying out here, and I love that we've got the Magician. Again, we also have to counterbalance and remember, like, yes, we know that there are good times ahead. Again, we want to remember that things will get better, that things will move forward. We will have that space to continue onward, and it's okay to slow down right now and to just be with what we are feeling, because yes, tomorrow is another day. And right now, maybe all we need is just a breath. And maybe it's not even that you have to wait till tomorrow. Maybe it's just an hour, to be in that space. So ultimately, let's get you some advice for a smooth full moon, the Magician. And this one flew out as well. So I'm going to turn it over. The Wheel of Fortune. And it's kind of reversed, but we'll vibe on it. You've got some strong energies coming through, tying things together. The Magician reminds you that the power is within your hands, the free will choices. You are in a space where you are being called to step forward to take control, okay? Take control of your reality. See how you are the master of your reality. The Magician is an alchemist and master alchemist. With this Wheel of Fortune connection, and it was kind of in reverse, it's saying that you may not fully be able to see the bigger picture just yet, because, hey, your world may have been turned upside down, okay? And so for you, it might take a minute to gain that perspective. The Magician reminds us, okay, that just as this cheetah has its paw on that pentacle, so certain, okay, this is where I am, but that's the vision that I want. You got to get lined up. So reevaluate. Remember how you're seeing things. It might be a little topsy-turvy right now. Okay, so this is a time to just look at the bigger picture. Allow the universe to continue to guide, inspire you, okay? And realize where you may be looking at things in a perspective that's maybe antithetical and not negative, but just because things may have been turned upside down, therefore your perception of things may be a little upside down, is it? Okay, so what sort of vacation is your soul craving? Seven of Swords. You're kind of wanting to hunker down, keep to yourself. You're in this space where even though there may be options around you, there may be other pathways, there may be other areas, like let's just say people to speak to, whatnot. Right now, you're kind of not ready. You're kind of in a space where you're reevaluating things. And like I said, your world may look a little bit upside down. So you're going to kind of keep to yourself right now. Okay, but remember you have other tools within your toolbox, so don't hesitate to go there and use them, Libra, okay? And I want to encourage you, check out your moon and rising signs for some added insights. Visit withusgirlonhermoon.com to schedule a session of your very own, and have a blessed full moon. Scorpio, this is Kapualani. Happy full moon in Virgo. I've got your girl and her moon March full moon reading here, Scorpio. So let's get your message from the universe. Okay. Mother of Cups. You're feeling a lot of things right now, Scorpio. You're feeling a lot of things. Be clear of your boundaries. Be clear to cleanse your space. I'm getting it big time. You need to clear your energy space. You need to clear your emotional energy body, or it just all of it. So you're really present to a lot of things that that are hitting the water right now. Like anytime like something drops in the water, you can feel the ripples. Anytime something, pollutes the water, it's like, ooh, you can sense that something is off. So whether it is like an off feeling or an on feeling, okay, it's almost like you might be feeling all of it. All right, so with that being said, remember that as the Mother of Cups, this is a time for you to step into that role of self-empowerment, of personal responsibility and ownership in your life and in your path, in your journey. What will this full moon be bringing into your awareness? So I kind of vibed on these two cards. 10 of Pentacles, house and home. Stability in the house and home. Stability within family unit. Stability just, I'm getting house and home big time. Family connections. Who and what you're surrounded by. Your wealth. Potentially your work. This is about those... Oh gosh, what's the word that I'm looking for? Like the long term. This is about the future generations that you're looking at. You're thinking about your future. Daughter of Cups. And so whether you have children, you have grandchildren, whether there's the newer generations that you're thinking about, whether it's your own vulnerability, your own feelings of like, wow, I don't know, there's so much change going on, and this is a positive energy, with this 10 of Pentacles. So keep that in mind. Even if you're stressed out, you're feeling a bit vulnerable, okay? But just trust that your surroundings and your foundations are solid. It's just about that self-check, because right now there's just so much that's being kind of just extracted and pulled up from the underbelly of things. So you're very, very sensitive right now, and you're picking up on a lot of emotional energy that it's bringing up a lot of stuff maybe from your own childhood, very likely, that maybe you've forgotten about, you cannot connect with or relate with or even remember, but because of certain personalities or whatnot around you, it may be bringing up some stuff. That's it. Okay, so let's see what you might need to revisit. Yep. 5 of Wands, 8 of Cups. So there might be some friction, there might be some tension within the family, within the household, in terms of just within yourself and how you are looking at your future stability, how you're looking at, the next chapter, the next, like, when we have these doors that are closing, we have these energies that are clearing out from just old consciousness, and there's the new consciousness, there's the new beginnings that are ushering through. And so there might be a little bit of worry, there might be a little bit of struggle. The revisitation here is to walk away from anything or anyone that's not resonating, anything or anyone that's just leaving you feeling stressed out, confused, in conflict. Let it go, okay? Let it go, walk away. That's the best thing you can do, because it's really not about you. It's really not about you. And again, remember, you're feeling a heightened sense of sensitivity right now. You're very sensitive right now. And so it's going to exacerbate, like getting yourself involved. You're all in this beautiful water. Look at these like brighter colors. And this again, what you might need to revisit is recognizing just outdated ways of being, ways of thinking within yourself, within your family unit, within your generations, like the past generations, if you are especially doing some deep shadow work and lineage based healing, you know. So let's get you some advice for a smooth full moon, because this feels pretty deep, Scorpio. I mean, like, it's your Scorpio, so like you're gonna be deep. All right, Son of Swords. I'm hearing just for yourself inwardly, tell it like it is. Don't be afraid to, I'm hearing like see the obvious, see the signs for what they are, and do what you need to do for yourself to clear the air. But remember, it's not what you say, but how you say it, not what you do, but how you do it. You don't want to rush into things or say things in the heat of the moment that could potentially hurt someone else or yourself unintentionally, especially. I mean, you don't want to hurt anyone anyway. Like, let's try not to, but let's not rush into things, okay? So slow down and connect to your feeling. Like I said, clear your energy, clear the air. It's not about rushing into action outwardly toward anyone, but it's about going inward and seeing, okay, where do I start and how can I clear this energy from the inside out? So let's see what sort of downtime. Ooh, okay. I'm going to stick with just, because these two significantly popped out, the Ace of Wands and then that Judgment energy, because these are very kind of breakthrough energies here. So you're ready to light that fire of the new beginnings. Like I said, there's old energies that are, it's like stagnated, it's stale, it feels like you're just, you know, you're ready to like light the candle, get that fire going, see the bright future. There's breakthroughs coming. Okay, with Judgment, there's going to be second chances. So like I said, let it go, especially if it's connections and family where you really, really love them and you really want to, you know, work things out, heal things, support them, be supportive, whatever the case is. This isn't the time to get mixed up in all that. This is the time to align within yourself and get clear. Focus on your vision. Focus on your passions, focus on your joys and your creative energies and where they are calling you and inspiring you to direct your flow, because you're going to be rising out of the shadow and into the light, okay, Scorpio? So hang in there. Check out your moon and rising signs for added insight and guidance. Visit withusgirlonhermoon.com to schedule a session of your very own, and stay tuned for more. Thanks so much for being here. Have a blessed full moon. Happy full moon, Sagittarius. This is Kapualani. I've got your girl on her moon, Virgo full moon reading here for the month of March, Sag. So let's see what you need to hear from the universe. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. I feel like things are really aligning. And I've got to tell you, Sag, I feel like for the most part, I can't say all, but you're getting to a point of understanding. You're getting to a point of clarity. You're getting to a point of really seeing the bigger picture and noticing the patterns. That's the key. You're noticing the patterns. You're starting to see the signs. You're beginning to realize the significance of certain cycles and how they have affected you throughout your life, how they've affected your relationships, all that good stuff. And so with this Wheel of Fortune, you're being called to surrender and to allow the universe to really continue to take the lead here and to guide your next steps, because the future that you are igniting and you're getting ready to like jump into, it feels like there's just so much going on. So where do we start? And that's why the universe is saying it's all divine time and order right now. So you don't have to do anything except watch and observe and allow that Wheel of Fortune, that Wheel of Fate to continue to turn and guide you. All right. What will this full moon bring into your awareness? The Empress, the Son of Wands. Someone is checking you out. Someone is interested in what it is that you're doing, where it is that you are going. You may have more than one admirers, more than one like people who are interested in connecting with you is what I'm picking up right here, big time. Because you show up, that Empress energy with the Son of Wands. You've got this strength, this stamina, this core within you, where you've solidified your foundations in terms of your co-creative potential. And let's just say, if you work for yourself in some kind of way, you probably are really, if you're not yet in a space where you are feeling like this Empress energy, meaning that, you know, basically you have the power to co-create and manifest at will. Like, if you want to go on a trip, you can go on a trip. And maybe it's not just that simple, because there's some logistics, but you've got the freedom and the flexibility to like move around, like it is now safe to move about the cabin, you know, like one of those kinds of things. And so keep in mind though that there are people interested in what you have and what you offer. So I'm feeling, just be mindful to protect what is most important, like what is significant, what is sacred, what you are working toward. Just be mindful to protect it, okay? Because there's a lot of, I'm hearing like hungry eyes, like watching, okay? So let's see what you might need to revisit. Look at that. The feminine, that masculine, the Three of Cups. There's people that are noticing you. There's people that are talking about you. You know it, though. I feel like you know it, and you're like, you know what, I'm not gonna listen, because you see this cheetah's like just ignoring the birds. Like, they might be talking whatever they're talking about, could be good, could be all this great stuff, you know. Three of Cups is positive, but it's also a gossipy card. And so you're like, I know you're talking about me, I don't know what you're saying, but if you're not gonna tell me yourself, then you know what, I got my own, you know, money's in my hands, I've got my own life, I've got my own dreams, I've got my own stuff going on, you know. So it's like, let them talk, because it's, you know better by now, and you're kind of beyond it, okay? You're beyond it. The power is in your hands. And you know, if there's admirers out there, let those admirers come to you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about any of that stuff. And I know you said you probably aren't. You're like, all right, cool, I'm just gonna keep going. Okay, advice for a smooth full moon. All right. Five of Wands. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. You haven't quite fully mastered your temper yet. But it's not your fault, you know what I mean? If people are gonna act rowdy, and if people are gonna, you know, especially if they get louder and louder and louder, it's like, shut up. That's just like, for you, Sag, you can only take so much, okay? You can only take so much. And so it's saying, number one, don't give up on what it is that you're doing. It might feel like it's a little bit of a struggle, but recognize again what your power is, where you stand, okay? And just proceed and move forward accordingly is what I'm getting. You may have to, and you know what though, I feel like this is giving me the energy of, I'm just getting it again, persistence. I'm just hearing also, stay away from conflict, stay away from drama, stay away from people that just don't understand. It's not worth your time and energy. It just isn't. It's not. Trust me. All right. What kind of downtime is your soul craving? You're ready to, you already know that good things are underway. You already know that change is underway, even if you're not totally confident that good things are underway. Your spirit guides are speaking to you, okay? Your higher self is really coming through. Your psychic vision is getting very clear, and you can really, it's like you can almost taste it, you know, with what's happening. And so rather than struggle, don't fight the current, don't fight the tide. Don't get into like, who cares? Put your phone down, cut the social media off, ignore just things that rub you the wrong way, okay? Because you've got a lot that you are ready, you're just so ready to jump into those next levels, and it's coming, okay? It's coming. And the Three of Wands says, this is where the ships are coming in. It's almost like being on the train. You're still on the train. You haven't reached the destination yet, but you are getting there. So keep listening to the messages. Keep following the signs, okay? Because you are on your way. Sag, I'm just tuning in. I feel like there's one more message. No, okay. No, you've got that. Okay, this is what it is. There's a message, there's a messenger, you got a spirit guide that's watching out for you. You get psychic messages, trust them. You know who's saying stuff and who's telling, who's kind of like, maybe not being completely forthcoming about, their true feelings, or just whatever they might have said behind closed doors behind your back. This is telling me you already have the answers. You already know, you already see, you're already like beyond it, mentally, spiritually. It's just you have to actually live your way through. You have to breathe your way through the process. You know what I mean? You have to actually get to the other side of it. That's all. So check out your moon and rising signs, okay, Sag, for some extra insight. Visit with us, girllearnermoon.com, to schedule a session of your own and have a blessed and bright full moon. Happy full moon, Virgo, Capricorn. This is Kapualani. I've got your Girl Learner Moon full moon reading here for the month of March. So let's see your message from the universe, Capricorn. Five of Cups. Okay, so things are going to get better. Slow down, pace yourself. I know that you are the type that once you kind of know what to do, you just kind of want to go about and get it done, or whatever the case may be. But the universe kind of has some other plans for you right now, and it's not a bad thing. This is just a temporary moment, okay? Things are going to get better. Things are going to get better. Just because there may be some disappointment, some sad news, some things that may not have worked out the way that you wanted, it doesn't mean that it's forever, and it doesn't mean that things don't get better. It will get better, okay? So there's this encouragement to, it's the thing with the Five of Cups is it reminds us it's about not staying stuck or stagnated in a way. It's like not fixating on the past, or just kind of ignoring any cleanup work, ignoring the past and jumping to the future. It's about being here and now, and it's that in between state of things in a way, and it's not always the most comfortable, right, Capricorn? Especially, I know for you, the goat, just kind of here and there and everywhere, you know what I mean, wherever you want to be, wherever you want to go. And so when things kind of work against you, it really feels like a downer, and it really can feel like, wow, is the universe conspiring against me? And no, it's not, Capricorn. No, it's not. See, you are in control here. The Mother of Swords coming through with this Daughter of Cups. I love this. What this full moon energy is going to be bringing to your awareness: rise above, look at the bigger picture. Try not to get too caught up in the emotion. It's about detaching and seeing things not just for what they are, but understanding and remembering that there's a lot of very fine details to the bigger picture that you may not have all the information on yet, okay? Right now, energetically, emotionally, with the Starter of Cups, feeling very vulnerable. And it can be a little bit confusing because you might be feeling certain things, you might be kind of getting certain vibes or messages, but at the same time, your mind is like, I don't really know what to trust right now, because that feeling isn't entirely clear. These are just little blips. These are just like short signs and messages when we have the Daughter of Cups, the Page of Cups, okay? And so, again, what this is bringing to your awareness with the feminine energies here, the Mother and the Daughter, how are you receiving? What information are you receiving? What signs, what feelings, what notions are coming to you? Understand that this isn't a moment to make any snap judgments or to feel like this is the end of anything. If, in fact, it's a space for you to start to connect the two, the mind and the heart, that vulnerable space, that inner child energy. There's a space for you to really own and integrate. Like I said, this is not about like just rushing to the future, or focusing too much on the past. We want to be present. And so interesting, right, that we've kind of got it flipped. Here's the future where there's this grown the mother, and then the past with the child. And so now it's saying, wow, look at the dynamics, you know, of things. And maybe in your own way, if there are children involved in your current situation, you know, or if it really is just an inner child connection that's coming up that needs to be worked with, just think about it in that regard. Okay, so let's see what you might need to revisit, Capricorn. So I'm just going to take the one card here because there's a little bit of a thick stack, but the Four of Cups. Yeah, you're kind of confused. You don't really know. I feel like you're going over the same stuff over and over again. Look at that, the mental, the swords, and the cups, the water, the emotional. Stop overthinking. I feel like right now it's because there might not be a whole lot going on to occupy your mind or to keep you busy. You might be kind of dwelling in certain energies or situations that are just not serving you. It's okay. Walk away. Get some fresh air. This is a time to, again, we are connecting the heart and the mind. So it's saying to open up to your vulnerable nature and don't be afraid to make choices. It's just a short-term situation right now. You're not going to be losing out on anything, okay? Advice for a smooth full moon, the Lovers. Yeah. I'm hearing fly high and move on to sunnier spaces, sunnier times. Open up to those new starts. Look forward to the future. The future's underway. We don't know where these swans or geese are in their migration or in their flight. We don't know if they just took off, if they're almost landing, if they're midway, or wherever they are in the journey. And so advice here, okay? Look at that sunshine. Look at that beautiful, the rainbow colors. And what did I say? It's about really connecting to the present experience. It's about knowing that what you're feeling now, even though it might be a little bit funky or weird or confusing, this too shall pass, okay, is the bigger message. And you have that ability by just loving yourself, by being your own best friend. Like if you're in a partnership and maybe not that your partner's being mean, but maybe things are like they're going through something and you're going through something, or you're feeling for each other, but there's like, oh, there's just a little bit of a tough situation that we've got to wait it out. This is saying, you know, really just be your own best friend right now. And it's just leading that way because you're not going to be leaving anyone behind. Okay, you're not leaving anyone behind. You're not ignoring anyone's feelings. Okay, by just kind of like picking yourself up by the bootstraps and choosing to engage in life, you know, and really just being present to the moment for now, knowing that again, these stagnated periods, the confusion, all that stuff, it will pass. Okay, what sort of vacation is your soul craving? Seven of Pentacles. There's something here to where I feel you are considering. There's something with the future. There's something with generations potentially that's in consideration. Okay. This is a time to reevaluate. Where have you been investing yourself? Who, what, and where have you been investing yourself in? Your time, your energy, your value, even your money and your finances. You know, where have you been spending your money? Where have you been spending your time? Where have you been focusing your energy? The Seven of Pentacles is saying this is a time for reevaluation, for gaining clarity while you're in this state where there isn't much that you can do to kind of feel better emotionally, to change certain situations. It doesn't mean that hands-on wise, on a tactile level, on a very just basic black and white level, it doesn't mean that there aren't still things to be done. This is the time to say, let's get organized, get your affairs in order, start to line things up and prioritize and see what have you outgrown, what has really benefited you, maybe what relationships are more draining and others that are more supportive, and what are you ready to release so that you can create more space for the positive to flow. Okay, so Capricorn, check out your moon and rising signs for some extra insight, added guidance, visit with us, girllearnermoon.com, of course, just to schedule a session of your own. We are here for you, and have a blessed and bright full moon. Hey Aquarius, this is Kapualani. Happy Virgo full moon. Got your girl and her moon full moon reading here for the month of March. So let's see what we got. Oh, right away, Aquarius, 6 of Wands, showing up a little bit in reverse, but let's see what we see here. I feel like, I don't know if this is a situation where your pride or your ego has been like challenged, or if there's a situation that you are still trying to work through. I'm hearing you're not going to get anywhere by trying to control anything. You sort of have to allow, like, for you to win in the situation that you're in, for you to have success and victory, you kind of have to go against your natural thought, like the natural way that you would go about doing things. I'm just hearing it. It's like, this is time to take a side step in order to get the success that you want. For whatever reason, it's not going to affect you adversely, but it's kind of like, I feel like you might have been so sure of yourself, or you're in some kind of a, just going, okay, X to Z, I have this all planned out, I'm going to do this and succeed. But there's something here to where it's like, no, like, you can still win, but just not the way that you want. Okay, like, there's something there with it. And there's something to do with your pride and your ego that may be on the line, and it's just, it's not a big thing, okay, Aquarius? It's not like this huge damaging, like, oh gosh, blow to anything. So let's see what the full moon's going to be bringing to your awareness. That being said, look at that. What did I say? So, okay. There's something to take into consideration. There might be some sort of, what's the word that I'm looking for? Concession. I don't know why, but I feel like you might find yourself kind of like a give and a take sort of situation right now, in terms of, like I said, adjusting your vision. You're going to have to adjust your vision a little bit, but the thing is, it's going to work out so much better for you. It will. You're gonna have some breakthroughs, like, look at flying high. And like I said, even though you might have to, like, let's just say circle back, let's just say you had a really well drawn out plan, and you know yourself, when you have a plan, you execute, you get it done. But in this case, again, Spirit's like, you have to take this when you're like, what? You're like, I don't want to. But if you just breathe, take a pause, just adjust your vision just a little bit, you'll be like, oh my goodness, wow. Rather than like having those butterfly wings and fluttering, I can really just ascend and rise above all of whatever that dark space was. Because it's like, I feel like what you may have thought you were up against, it might not be as bad as you think. It's not as bad as you think. It's not what you think. So give it a chance. It might be a person, it might be a situation to where you may have judged them or looked at them in the wrong angle, or kind of a little bit more harshly. Like I said, there's ego or pride on the line here. But if you just step back and allow, and really just, give it a chance, like, look from that person's perspective, be open to it. You don't even have to talk to them. It's just about observing and watching. You will have a changed perspective and see things in a much better way. Like, you're gonna say, whoa, and now that I see it this way, like, the plan that I had, wow, it's gonna be 10 times better. Like, I just hear it, like, 10 times better. Like, this is like 10 and 10, 20. So let's get some, let's see what you might need to revisit. Yeah, your foundations. Okay, so 4 of Pentacles, your habits, your routines. There may have been a certain way of doing things that you were really sure of, but that's where I'm saying Spirit's having you slow down and readjust, but it's for your own good. When you've got that well-oiled machine running, okay? And I feel like you've had some significant shifts or transitions recently, like maybe in the past month or whatever, maybe even in the past couple of weeks. It might have been that recent. But you're kind of in a space where you're just wanting to get back in the groove. You're just wanting to start moving again and start succeeding and start like getting your drive back. But that's where Spirit's like, don't need to rush. Slow down. There might be someone or another addition here to get things on track, so you're not just striking the match and going charging forth with that torch, a single one, but you have two, so you have a track that you can lay down. And again, what we're seeing here with that revisitation, the Four of Pentacles, is take this time to reevaluate again your foundations, and it's okay to slow down and try to just get into a simpler groove. You don't have to go like blasting out of the train station right as you get off the train. You know, you just want to take it easy. So let's get some advice. That being said, I'm feeling this bottom card here. Yeah, the Emperor, like I said, take the time, step back, pause, look at the bigger picture. You may have thought that you were looking at the bigger picture, but with this new addition, this new potential vision, this new opinion, this new just like a person that could have been bringing in a different perspective. I know you have a really great idea, but hey, look at it. What about if you look at it this way as well? Not just only this way, but as well. You know what I'm saying? That's where you're, you know what? Maybe I will just sort of step back. The Emperor, again, there's protection, there's longevity, it's about fortitude and not rushing into making decisions, but allowing for divine time in order to guide you and knowing where to exercise your energy, because you have power here. You have the power here. You are in charge here. Okay, you are in charge of your reality. Nothing and no one can or will sway you off track. It's just about allowing for that other perception to also provide some clear guidance for you, because it really will benefit you, I feel, Aquarius. And I feel like deep down you know that, but again, it's the pride thing, because you're so sure of yourself. You're like, maybe I need to give it a little bit of time and integrate it, and that way it can feel like it was, you know, like it was really your idea all along, or if not that, giving you the space to just feel a bit more settled with that little shift, you know, with inviting in that other opinion or energy or vision to your vision. Okay, so last but not least, let's get some advice for a smooth full moon. Son of Wands. Have fun, get out. When it comes to the bigger long-term decisions, that's where you don't have to rush, and you're going to feel a lot more confident about those, you know, taking the actions, allowing in that, again, that extra energy, allowing in that extra opinion or vision or whatever the case. I'm hearing like testing it out, like check it out, you know, do a little test run. See how you react, or how the energy moves and flows with you, how the other person kind of works with you or not, you know, that's all. But with this Son of Wands, it's saying to just, you know, don't hesitate, but take the action. Try out, like just go out and do what you need to do in this. I feel like more of those short-term things. You have a lot of other short-term projects that need to get done, you know, before you really can like embrace that long-term, you know, the longer journey and all that. So that's why it's saying don't put too much pressure, have some fun, invite and play with the new energy and see what's all there before you just say no altogether, or even yes. Okay, so Aquarius, check out your moon and rising signs, get some added support, insight, guidance. Visit withthisgirlundermoon.com to schedule a session of your own, and take care. Have a blessed full moon. Happy full moon, Pisces. We've got a Virgo full moon, and I am Kapualani with your girl and her moon. Full moon reading for the month of March. Okay, Pisces, it is your season, I believe. So let's see what the universe has to say to you. Here we go. Ace of Swords, Seven of Cups. You got this. You got this. You got this. Okay, stay true to what you, not just what you know, but your vision, what you want. The clarity of what you want is coming through. knowing when whatever excuse me, oh my goodness, Pisces, there's a lot of options and possibilities that are swimming around you right now. There may be a lot of different pathways, and for you, you're like, oh, there's all of these, I just need that one, I need that one. This is your sign. You know what to do. It's just about having that confidence to actually initiate it. Okay, you know what you want, you know what you see, it's very clear. You just need to have that confidence to trust yourself that you can make it happen, that you are coming from a space of mental clarity and not just this, fantasy type thing where it's just in your imagination. Yeah, maybe at one point the dream was just in your imagination, like, gosh, I don't know how to get there, I don't know where to start, I don't know what to do, like, I don't even know, like, okay, what's behind door number one, door number, I don't know. But in this case, Spirit's like, you do know, you actually do know. Okay, and it's having again that confidence in terms of what is the conflict that is preventing you from saying yes. What is the conflict that's preventing you from allowing yourself to say, you know what, out of all those options, I do know what I want. I don't want all of those other things, I just want that one thing, and that's okay. So let's see what this full moon's going to be bringing into your awareness. No. Whoop. Okay, I'm going to have to, we've got the Hangman here. What is this bringing into your awareness? And something fell off onto the floor, so I have to pick it up. Sorry about the Magician reversed. Okay, so I'm going to just put that back over. You need to rest, okay? You need to rest. You need to take care of your health. I'm feeling some vulnerability, potentially with the belly, potentially with the spine, potentially with the neck. There's some stuff going on with the physical body that I'm feeling right now. So take this time to rest and reevaluate a little bit, especially if you're feeling worn down or like confused. You're having a hard time. You may be having a hard time understanding what your power is, or again, what control you have over your circumstances. I fully respect it, Pisces. I fully respect it. But the universe is saying, there is a divine time and order to everything. It's very interesting how we have this night and day. And even in here, it's complete distortion and clarity. So I feel like you might be on those extreme sides of things, with it might be hard for you right now going back and forth. So I want you to just be very gentle, loving, and kind with yourself. This Hangman and the Magician, they're very major energies. So you are working with some major energy. You're working through some big stuff right now, okay? But you do have power over it. It's just that right now it's not about take the power that you have. It's your power, like with your mutable water, Pisces, that is your power to stay still. And you have that power to move and shake and or to stop and to withdraw at will. And so it's saying it's not about pushing or pulling anything right now. It's about conserving and reserving your life force, your energies, and if and where there's distortion or confusion, not making any decision. Not making any decision at all, because not making a decision is still making a decision, and that's not a bad thing, okay? Let's see what you might need to revisit. Again, double cards here, and look at that, Earth and the Fire. So 9 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands. You are actually, you're in a much stronger position than you may believe. Health-wise is what I'm hearing, and please forgive me, I don't want to take any of that stuff for granted, especially when we're speaking about health. So please, if you have concerns, if there's some stuff that you're going through or feeling, please do not take that for granted. Please go to your medical health care provider, okay? Don't want to take that for granted. But this is saying that you're up against a lot. You're probably feeling worn down and as if you're having to defend and protect what you value and cherish most. Okay, there's something about that here, but it's saying that you do have value. The value is you. It's your health. Your health is your wealth, is a lot of what I'm hearing as well. And so whatever you are up against, if it's actual tasks that need to be done that make you just feel like, oh God, like I said, where do I go? What do I do? Where do I start? We have 7 of Cups, 7 of Wands. So it's really calling for you to focus, okay? Focus and contain and maintain your individuality. It's about becoming clear in terms of what it is that you're wanting and what you're working toward, and not giving up. And it's not about forcefully pushing through, because like I said, sometimes not giving up means we need to rest and let ourselves recuperate, so that we do have the strength and the stamina to get back up and push through when the time is right, when we have the strength. But we're no good to ourselves or anybody else, trying to push through when we can't push. Yeah. So give yourself that love, okay? Give yourself that care. Let's get some advice for a smooth full moon. Got my crystals dancing here. Okay. The Devil. Slow down. Don't get caught up in your thoughts. Okay, rest. There are things that you might be overly focused on the physical, on the results of things right now. So like I said, you need to slow down and rest. I think you're getting a lot of mental and spiritual overwhelm, and I feel like you yourself might feel like you are up against a lot. Okay. Yeah, Two of Swords. Still the mind. Be still. Be still. Okay. Be still. Anything that might be getting you worked up or creating anxiety, go for a walk, a meditative walk, something that's going to help you channel and clear out any restlessness or any sort of just, unsettled energies. Okay, let's get what kind of vacation does your soul need? Does your soul crave? Yeah, family. You want stability, house and home, just things to be settled. You're worried about the future generations and or concerned about the future. And so for you, it's really going to be spending time, like, make your house and home your home. Make it your sanctuary. Your home is your sanctuary, and it should be. Okay, so do what you need to do on that physical, material sense of things, to sort of set that up in a way where you can feel settled, where you can feel grounded. I do get the sense of being hands-on, and so that's where I said where the mind and the spirit, your heart and your soul might be a little bit having a struggle. This is where it's saying just look at what's surrounding you, the people, places, and experiences that you can literally see, hold, and touch that are right in front of you. The love, the connection, it's all there. And I know you are worried about the future. You are very, very concerned about the future. But look at where you are right here and now, and that is a testament to how much further you have to, like, where you're going. Because, when you look at where you are and you put yourself at the center rather than here, it's like, you get that different perspective that, wow, I really am protected. I really am safe. And if you're not feeling that way, that's what's saying again, you have that opportunity to start to approach things with that perspective and get things solidified, get things in order. Okay, Pisces, so check out your moon and rising signs for some extra guidance, added insight. Stay in touch with us. Schedule a session, girlinnermoon.com, to get some personal guidance of your very own. And take care. Have a blessed full moon. Thanks for being here.